Latino Farmers Association slash the Farmers Alliance, right, is very happy and honored to have been participatory in this event. Like it's beautiful to see it come from the planning with our partners at Reed Valley Farms and David Wallace and what we've done. We're very happy to be here, and we wanted to just hear from you what your thoughts are on the impact. How's our impact been as an organization, and are we hitting the points we wanted, and are we performing the social value that we hope to do here in this community, because we think this community is worth it.
I think yesterday went really well. We had a good time. I think everybody enjoyed coming out to the grand opening of the farmers market. And this initiative is important to this area, and it's important for economic development, especially for like Cleveland, just because we have been left behind by decades of coal mining, and we don't have a lot of community activities. So we're hoping to grow that. I think with the Farmers Alliance organizations such as Farmers Alliance bring projects like these to our area will help develop further initiatives. And I think it gives an outlet for producers such as farmers to bring their products here, sell them at a reasonable price to everyday folks, to the community.
Most of which are already natural practices in action.
That's right.
If they're not certified organic, they're already not. They're essentially natural practices are in practice,
right.
And they've been for generations here, which is the interesting thing.
That's right. And we're kind of hidden here in the Appalachian Mountains, but this area, I think with this development, we can grow this into something big, and it's going to be something that can carry on for generations. And it gives a lot of these generational farmers an outlet so that they're not exporting their products, so that they are selling them right here at home locally, and that our local folks are getting the best product that they can from people that raise it right here.
That's it. We would like to help. I mean, the idea is to increase production, increase export, but we have this really strange irony where you're in a county, Russell County has over 950 agricultural producer households, and yet it technically is a food desert per USDA Economic Research Service. This is a food desert. It's an underserved, low income and low access to market community, which is an irony and a sad irony. And so we're hoping to be able to form a bridge. And if we can, and our intent is to form a bridge between this technically low income, low access to market to our other farmers markets where we have low income, underserved, low access to food communities and urban communities. And if we can build that bridge, which we're working on doing, we've performed a service not only to the region, but I
we have. And people don't understand how hard it is to get an initiative like this off the ground right here in this area. We have limited resources here. So I think, with the USDA, with the Farmers Alliance,
yes.
That's important to bring that together and show folks what can be done, and that we aren't left behind in this area, that we do have people out there that care,
yes,
and that want to come in and help and show community building, show economic development, even get to the point to where we have more jobs for our folks right here.
Exactly. Workforce development, I think, is
workforce key. Development is key.
Yeah, and I have to, it's very important for us to mention that these are funds that the USDA Agricultural Marketing Service has provided.
Yes.
And we're grateful for that.
We are happy. To build on it. We are thrilled. We're very thankful. And I think most of the people that participated yesterday have had great things to say about this. I've received several messages already that
excellent.
Yes, that we've done good, and they'll be back, and having something that works will be.
That's key. Fantastic. What are your thoughts as our farmers market manager? And also, it's important for us when we're promoting companies and businesses as a business association that are organic, that come from the community where we're attempting to affect. And in this case, David Walsh, our market manager, is an integral member and a developmental member for this project as well. We're very happy to have David here. What are your thoughts?
To have something like this that's like reoccurring every 2 weeks, I don't think we've had anything in Cleveland, a community building event that has reoccurred at all in the last 30 years. It's a broken, low income area. Mm-hmm. Everybody has gardens. Everybody is producing food. There's farmers that produce food, but there's nowhere. It's all exported out, every bit of it. So everybody here goes to Food City or Walmart to buy their food, and they don't have access to really good local grown food. And I think this initiative is huge for Cleveland and Southwest Virginia to kind of aggregate all these farmers together and bring them, and even people that have like extra produce in their garden they want to sell. Now they can come and they have a place to sell it. And it's not only that, it's like I said, the community building thing of getting the community out, having something every 2 weeks on a regular schedule that they can come to, meet people, and then the nutritional support thing is huge.
Yes.
We don't eat very well around here because we don't have access to fresh produce. And the produce we do have access to at Walmart and Food City is sprayed with a lot of chemicals. We all know that. Most of these people are not certified organic, but they use organic inputs. Nobody sprays anything on any of their vegetables around here. And I think we can work to getting them certified organic.
Yeah, we take the natural practices that are already there,
it's
right?
already there.
And formalize them and officialize them, and then get that added value stamp for transitioning to organic, so that they can get that increased premium at market.
Yeah, and then I mean it goes to the health of the people. I think if you start having fresh produce and you get away from this mass produced stuff, people are going to be healthier. They're going to be healthier in general. They're going to take less medications. They're going to get their diet in order. But you have to provide incentive for them to do this. They're not going to do it on their own because they don't have a means to do it on their own. So, I mean, the Farmers Alliance coming in here and helping and with the nutritional support program and putting this together every 2 weeks. We're going to have senior citizen benefits. There's going to be kids benefits. This benefits a lot of people. Appalachian Sustainable Development doing the boxes,
They're
fresh
fantastic.
produce.
They're great.
Perfect.
Those guys. ASD's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Let's go on the record. I love ASD. Those guys are fantastic. We need to collaborate more and more.
Absolutely.
And with municipal organizations like the mayor. Let's tie it all together.
Yeah, and then I think that Cleveland is a perfect place to try to get this, and I'm super appreciative of y'all helping me put all this together.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
And I think that we can work also. I think we can also work towards getting away from plastics. One thing I would like to see in this initiative is getting away from plastics. Just starting out, you bring a plastic bag, you put your food in it, but can we go to paper bags? Can we look at ways to make this sustainable? That we're not adding more to our small Appalachian area, like landfills, for instance. That's been a big topic here, but that we don't have all this plastic going in. And so that's another thing that's really important with this initiative, from my perspective anyway, is to get that going to where when they bring their food, they're bringing it in boxes. They're giving it to people in bags. And we've seen a lot of that yesterday. I mean, people bringing stuff straight out of their garden. They put it here on these tables.
And yet I'm guilty myself.
Well, we all are. We absolutely all are. We can all do better and move towards that goal. But see, that can be something that we can add to this, I think.
Agreed. And in that respect as well, I would very much, and I'm just stating an intent. We don't have concrete plans yet, but we would very much like to discuss with USDA some form of workforce development, particularly in relation to the markets, because we see a lot of households here that have I've seen products here that in years of dealing with agriculture distribution and food distribution and farmers markets, I've never seen elsewhere. I've never seen foodstuffs made out of wild violets. I've never seen star root. There's a wealth of botanical knowledge here that's generational, medicinal, that
generational,
medicinal, and also innovative. And what you guys are doing with the pickers, with the ASD support, the herb extractions, the processing, I believe that we can form some kind of structural project, hopefully with the support of USDA. Or other U.S. agencies, to add value, to find some kind of workforce development, because you have something very special here. And there's a knowledge bank that's generational here, specifically with this, and with this biodiverse area. I know that there's something there that can be done.
We saw that yesterday with the generations, how they pass it on to their children. And, that lady harvest her own seeds.
We
you
bought
know.
a bunch of it.
Right.
I've
I mean-
never seen rose. I've never
Right.
seen. There's a lot of stuff I've never redbud
I've never,
jelly.
you know, even with me and us living here, we had no clue of that. So,
No.
so what you see and what is brought out here is
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
is
Yeah, it's
unique to even
incredible.
us.
That's right.
So, you know,
And
we
it's
don't
unique to
we
this area.
it is, and you know, we don't know what all people can do, and you know, several vendors, and that we even have craft vendors and artists
Mm-hmm.
that came out, and you know, each of them have something to offer to this area
lot of
that
talent.
they don't always have an outlet for. And with that lady that we were speaking about, you know, her mother passed it on to her how to collect these things, and she'll pass it on to her children. And that's what this initiative can
Exactly.
help formulate and put that those pieces in place to keep that together for and give that outlet for people.